So today I'm going to give you some advice that's been given to me by an older farmer that's been farming cows for about 62 years. And another gentleman that's been farming them for a little over 30 who also had a dairy farm at one point. I don't know if you can see these cows. So these were bought from the guy who has been raising cattle for about 62 years. And you can see the size difference in these calves. They were born at exactly the same time, but the cow on the left, her mama died early and she ended up surviving anyway. We paid about $800 for these two cows together. The one on the left would have brought between maybe $150 and $300 at the sale barn, and the one on the right would have brought $600 to $700. This one over here is actually, those are about 6 months old, 5 to 6 months old. This one over here is almost a year old, a little more. And she was a bottle calf from day 2. Her mama rejected her. This is a friend of ours. We have her in here because she's just getting acclimated and she wasn't a very good herd animal. She lived with another horse and had little kids feeding her all the time. She needs to learn how to behave with cows. But this is what you run up against if you don't buy from somebody who you know and trust. So on the right, you've got a cow that's a year old. You've got that's really not worth much, except maybe a pet, kind of a money pit. The one in the middle there is a cow we're going to keep for breeding. She's really good. She's got white markings on her face, which sell better at the sale barn. And then you've got a fellow herd sister there who's small that we'll probably sell in June. If you go to a barn sale, like an auction, and buy these cows and don't have any experience, you will probably end up with not the cow in the middle because she's expensive, but one of the two on the left or the right. And you could be getting a year-old cow who may actually be sterile. I think they're going to have her tested, but she's probably going to end up actually going in the freezer at some point. Not by us, but somebody else. And the one on the left, who she just didn't develop very well. She'll still be okay, but you'd have to breed her to a really tiny bull. She's just not going to have the hip structure to actually pass larger calves, and she's not somebody you really want to build your herd with. She'd be fine probably from a genetics perspective, even though her mom rejected her. We personally just don't want those genetics in our herd. So it's something to consider. I would suggest paying more from somebody that you actually know and trust, who's honest, and know what you're getting, versus going to a sale barn or, you know, buying something off of Facebook and things like that. Because there are a lot of guys that will buy, you know, cows at a sale barn and then turn around and sell them as something different on Facebook. You just don't know what you're getting. And they're flipping $100, $200, you know, every 2 or 3 weeks based on the cows that they can buy and how quickly they can sell them. If you don't know what you're doing, get some advice from somebody who's been doing it for a long time. Obviously that's not us, but you know, we're seeking out people that actually do know what they're doing. So I hope this helps and gives you kind of some insight into how you can get taken. Please don't. Have a blessed day.